Hello there, and welcome to yet another Arknights video. It honestly feels way too long for me to be able to do anything for the channel. At this point, I'm just being extremely real here in terms of just look at this. Look at this. That's all you need to see. This is all you really need to see. Not that. Not this. This is actually interesting to see. But no. That's been like, okay. There's so much shit to talk about from this update alone. I'm not gonna get to talk about that. This is pretty much just like past stuff, like messages and like that. Pretty cool. Also showcases I've been here since 2020. Literally 2022, not 2022, 2020 of the 1st January 2020. I mean, this count was on the 16th, so if you still, some way, shape, or form, can't read that, yeah. Anyway, so, what can I say? Updates, I guess. Okay, so first of all, I'm not that, obviously, I'm here. This is gonna be weird to be saying this when this video's not even on YouTube yet. Probably not should have gone into here. I probably should have done this off screen. But let me go to the parts here. I wanted to do the event. Just kind of talking about some stuff. Anyway, spending more device. Yep. Such to offer more floor space and support new functions. Okay, cool. I'll look into that later on. See how that goes. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I completely forgot about that, but so
here's a carnival costume.
Yeah.
Put it on.
I'm not dead. Okay, I'm actually just gonna do base stuff real quick. I'm not gonna mess with any of the new base stuff, but I'll just do this because this is just bothering me. I'll just do this real quickly.
Beep beep, Justice Knight has
There's so much to say that I wish I was like.
Here's a carnival costume. Put it on.
Like I'm gonna be real here. That's all I need to really say to get my feelings across. That I want to stream. I feel like I'm just better off that than this. I mean, obviously, I enjoy doing that more. This should be a straight up obvious since the last time I did a video of me raging against the boss. I can't really say much. Like, I did. That's all I did for the event. Like, I did not get past it because I just wasn't interested. I was just doing other stuff. And in terms of what my main priority is, it really is just to get a new computer. I'm still trying to go for that. And trying to just, I guess, enjoy life at the same time. Now, when it comes to that, it's a rough start. It's going to take a couple months to get stabilized and kind of get through the pacing again. Difference in hours, actually in a weird way did help. For those further wondering, I am working a summer job. It's a seasonal job, but a summer job could work as a way to talk about it. Anyway, aside from what Loplon just said there, I have barely read any much of the story, so I don't know shit for the last couple events. But that's just my interest in Arknights. It's not like I am completely done with Arknights. I'm just not interested in doing Arknights. And that is mostly tied to live streaming as well. And at the same time, I'm not really that interested in doing Arknights, and I just been kind of doing other stuff on the side. Especially other games. The other thing was, I will talk about this more later in the video, but I will be talking about, like, the other gacha game I have been playing. And its many flaws but it's a franchise I like. So it's a back and forth type deal, okay? Anyway, there's so much shit to say. So much shit to say. I'm gonna have to speed run through some talking points I want to talk about. Crown Slayer. People are using her. Some people think she's a lot better than other people said. I've been right for over 6+ months saying that. How funny that tends to happen. Anyway, the other thing. Phantom Altar. Christine being playable. I did not predict this. I suggested stuff like, to this degree, like Christine being playable makes sense. I was expecting to make it as a freebie, playable character, and a Phantom Altar. I don't know anything about the event aside from Phantom being broken as hell. And it's really interesting, so I will probably go for it. Just because I like IS-2 a lot. A lot of people hate IS-2, and I think it's undeserved, but I've talked about it so much. I'm gonna because the music's going ham. Music's going way too ham for me trying to talk about the shit. So yeah, I've talked about IS-2 so much that for those that have watched know that I like IS-2 a lot. It's pretty much, to me, at this point, it's on par with IS-5 in terms of how great it is, especially for the beginning, like as a first IS to go for. I think it does a lot of things right, especially with the bosses. I think the bosses are the fairest of them all, and I think are not insane compared to the others. And I feel like they're fair. They're really fair for what should be the first integrated strategies you should be doing. Personally speaking. And I feel like it's kind of hard to really try to make multiple ISs and then just assume to be all equally fair. That's just impossible, especially because I didn't go that route anyway. Which means that for first-time players, it'd be IS-2, but then IS-5 comes around, and it's like, technically IS-5 could as well, but personally, just because of how IS-2 is a lot more bare bones as a mechanic until the eventual revamp. I'm gonna say revamp lightly. Because they didn't really change shit. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I will talk about it when it comes around at some point in the future. I think they didn't do enough from what it sounds like. And from what I've heard, unless it changes, I am disappointed. I wanted them to add in another expansion to it. On top of adding levels and adding more, difficulty, they should have added more relics, another boss. They should have done that, especially with the, new story. It's like a fucking no-brainer, but they didn't do that. Instead, they're going the cheap way out, touch it lightly to say they did it, and then go on their merry way to IS-6. Yes, I am going to be that cold, because I think they could easily add in another boss, especially because the new story, whatever the story does. But aside from that little rant of my little to not much knowing about certain stuff, that, from what I barely heard, is something I really wanted to mention. There is some other changes, though, to it, but that's something we'll talk about later on. And I'm curious to see all the different changes. But pretty much from, the bare bones, what I heard, not a lot enough to warrant what they did. They should have done more, is the point I'm trying to get at. Anyway, events. Thorns Altar's here. I probably won't go for him. So sorry, I guess. We'll kind of get as much as we can in here, but battery-wise and possible who knows what. Probably focus on that. I don't think you can really tell in the lighting, but yeah, I've been in the sun a lot. So I have a tan going on. Enjoying my job a lot more than my past job. If you don't know, my last job was McDonald's. Something that I've recognized now at this point compared to the other job is that, holy shit, my state of my mental health is in a way better spot. Like, just straight up, that's how it is. It's just the fact that I wake up in the morning, properly wake up in the morning when the sun rises, go in bed, my sleep schedule is completely fixed now. At the same time, walking to work, that helps with so much shit. And then the job itself not being that stressful completely has shifted my mental state to the point where I'm back to where I was pre-October 2024, where my mental state went to shit and then things just got getting worse. And of course, in a weird way, not being able to stream, not having a computer, and having to change a lot of things has had a lot more blessings to it. And the fact of getting for a new job, granted it's seasonal, just way better of a mental state. I can't lie about that. I just feel way better. And there's a lot of other reasons for that too, as I already mentioned before. I know I'm kind of ranty, like Nancy was just talking non-stop here, but there's so much other shit I need to talk about, or I want to talk about, or I have to mention, and it's just, I'm going to continue on doing that, but we're going to continue on with the event here. Get at least my feelings on the event itself. Music might be on top tier. I mean, music's always pretty damn good. Hope it come released with a collab as well. Can't say much about that. If in any way, shape, or form, if you guys seen the soloing of How Far You Can Solo, the Bubblegum demo, go check it out. I'm not gonna say much, just go check it out. Just realize that, spoiler alert, if you do want to check it out, check it out. If not, spoiler alert, you can't get that far. You can beat a level, you can by yourself, but yeah. Will I do content like that in the future with someone else, or with the ability to do it with other people? I would. I probably might end up doing with someone else in the future. It comes down to actually having like a PC and being able to record and stream. But talking about that, we're gonna pause here. I think this is gonna be really important to mention. Personally, I don't know if my speculation will end up happening, because I really overestimated a lot of things in terms of like what money allocation goes to. So it might actually be longer than I thought. But I should now be in a situation where I won't be offset with money because I didn't work for a certain amount of time, or I didn't get money in a certain amount of time. So shit kind of went up, was not in the great side of things. Like I had to put more money into bills and stuff like that. Or like a lot of the money from the new job had to be put into other things. So now, and I should be in a better spot to be able to start saving money for a PC. And it may not be as much money. Like, it comes down to, do I want to risk trying to build my own PC? For those that are unaware, I did try to fix the old PC, and I didn't get to the fix, but at this point, what I've done so far, on like little things here and there to eventually get to the point of putting new thermal paste on my cooling on the in between the cooling, the fan, and the processor. It's like, at this point, since I had to take that apart, put the clamp back on, plug everything together, in theory, I should really just be able to build a PC. So, with that, in the future, I might go that route. It might be cheaper, it might be a lot earlier to get everything I need to build a PC. That is a good possibility. But don't know when that'll be, because I still need a decent amount of money. At least, depending upon what I go for. Like, especially with the GPU, for example. Okay, let's just get through the event before I have to stop. The salt ships appearing, blah 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 blah. The salt ships approaching. The pirates might board us at any moment, so be ready.
Leave it to us.
Also, I believe there's some, I don't know if it was a bug that they fixed or not, but I think there might be some shenanigans with Shu. I'm not entirely certain on what could be possible here, but yeah, some jump straight in the salt flat to get to us. So I need to move up to the salt, even for a pirate born and raised here. Okay, I'm noticing so much shit that I could probably make an entire video about just from this event alone. Alright, the salt flat consists of hundreds of salt layers. But also find layers of quick salt. If you stay there too long, they'll slip and sink into it. And not that eager to jump in if they had any other way to get to us. So yeah, if you have Shu, this is gonna be an easy clap event. This one, I guess, especially just from so far. Oh, just straight up making a bridge. Which the pirate is building a broke bridge. Okay. Turn out they're added to the new bridge. We'll stop them. We'll take the bridge out. Wait. Did you take the bridge out, or? Oh, so they're all so faster. Okay, so destroying the bridge maker. Okay, gotcha. Are you serious? They have another 3-blocker enemy type? Of course they would. We can't do anything. No, maybe not. Oh, okay, I think I understood what happened. I guess he was blocking that bridge builder. If that's what I'm assuming. Okay, be careful, pirate has landed behind our front lines. Ships Seacon can fire not only cannonballs, but also low-rate pirates as well. Not sturdy, but hard to target as well. We'd like the Piper Destroyer for now. Someone say firepower? Yeah, just do that. Makes the most sense. I think like the design, it's like also having rocks up here on the side. I think that's really smart. It's different than most of the game because most of the game usually is like set pieces, not like a constant moving arena like this. I think this is really unique in that regard. Now, not dealing much damage from the front, they're making from behind. Okay. Okay, game screen. Probably should have raced her downwards, but whatever. There's also so much stuff to talk about that, again, I won't be able to really talk about all of it. Modules from the latest update has been some that I think are interesting. Morgan skin. I think it was a Morgan skin. I can't remember now. I think, yeah. Well, it's because Morgan already has a module. As he glazed up at the pale sea for the 3rd time today, he realized he had fallen into a predicament. Okay. Well, I will try to get through as much of this event, but I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know if I will finish it, especially just because of how I've been. I might decide to just do EX. Let's give it. But again, no guarantee. I don't think I'm really gonna go for Thorns Altar.
I am ready.
Anyway,
set out.
I was just thinking about it. It's like, no. We're not gonna
Good scenery,
go crazy
Doctor.
about that. Okay. Movement speed increases briefly when crossing a rope bridge or launched by your feet. A salty cannon. Okay. So the other gacha game that I've been playing that I'm gonna be brutally honest has a lot of issues. So the game in question is Magia Exile. Which is based off of the Madoka Magica series. I've been playing it for some time, off and on, and last month or so I haven't played it. Like I literally at one point I wasn't really playing mobile games on my phone, but like if I did, it would be like on my Steam Deck through Steam. But regardless of that fact, I haven't really played a lot of gacha games for a long time. And, play there, I guess.
Reach your
And
hands to me.
Magica Exegia, Visible, Maintain Rage, Machine Builders, yada yada yada. I'm assuming that's where you're gonna spawn. I'm just gonna... Actually, I'm gonna wait and see if they become stupid enough to go through Fangbringer. Anyway, so there's a lot of issues. I've talked about it before, but like one of the biggest ones is the fact that there is like no pity. That's, you know, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but like long term, everything limit. All of it's limited. I'm just gonna say. That's all I can need to say. And that sucks ass. And I feel like a lot of Japanese gacha game makers are failing to realize that as an issue.
Come from the depths of the ocean.
Thunder roar!
Humbly awaiting your command.
It's just an event, by the way, so far.
Mission accomplished.
So it's like I'm back and forth, but when it comes to like banner luck, I've been kind of shit, like really just kind of shit. That's all I can really say. But so I just want to mention Techno is not playable. But I know that, again, there's a lot of shit I need to talk about. Going back to what I was talking about with Magia said, yeah. Banner luck, utter shit. Key luck, it looks like I'm cheating. There have been 3 separate 10 pulls where I got 2 5 stars. And one of them happened around the beginning of the game. Like, not at the beginning of the game, but when they gave out like a lot of keys after you got to a certain point in the amount of story completion.
Remember to stay frosty and keep an eye out.
The,
Beginning collection of battlefield information.
okay, going back to what I was saying. Pretty much, that was the first time. The second time, it was back to back. And it was after they finally updated the system of adding more 5 stars. That's the thing. This game, long term, is amazing. Don't think the game's gonna last that long because of other bad choices. But in terms of Gourmet, Gunrum Gourmet. Okay, so kind of finishing the story. I just think there's a lot of poor choices that they're trying to earn as much money as they can because it's a franchise, a really popular one. And I think that's going to hit them in the face again. They're going to probably drop the EN player base again because the EN player base is not going to put much money into it. And I just personally think that they didn't do enough to satisfy people's from what they can get right now. and being friendly to free-to-plays. Just like with Hoyoverse. I can shit on Hoyoverse all as much as I want, but they do have some good pities. They still have pities. It's a surprise to say, but certain gacha games just kind of throw you the middle finger when it comes to that. I can go on and on and on talking about all the atrocities Mad Gear Excidia does. Like, every single pity system in the game is time limited. So technically, if you don't play a lot, you're not going to experience the pity system. You're not going to get much out of it, of the game. It's just, but it's technically like 3 to 4 months. So, granted, it's still like a really bad system, but you can still game the system a little bit. You just gotta know what to do. Like I said, like the starting keys that you've gotten, you could have saved until June here just to be able to get some of the new characters that they put into the system. Anyway, it's gonna be like worse because they're gonna start releasing characters slower than what they have been. I could go on and on about that, but the main point isn't sorry about that. I'm just saying that I've been playing that recently, and there's a lot of things that I like even with, again, Hoyoverse games, they have a pity system that is not time gated. And that's something that will be the downfall of Mad Gear Excidia. That you could say they're just being too greedy. Sure. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quickly. Let's get back into the gameplay here and stop ranting and talking about it. Anyway, what does enemy type does? Movement speed increases when carrying a booze barrel. First attack consumes barriers to do heavy physical damage. It creates an area where enemies gain increased attack speed and physical dodge. Interesting. That's all I can really say is interesting.
If you're still hesitating, I remember your face as well now.
I'm gonna have to sacrifice Merle here. Wow, that guy didn't jack shit. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. I was expecting him to do a lot more damage.
I have a visual.
We could probably do some shenanigans like you there. I gotta probably face the right to do more, but whatever. I don't think you can really go behind it to do damage. Maybe true damage would be better, but I don't think this event's going to be as difficult compared to some of the stages during like the last event. Also talking about the Lapon Doctor, Crown Slayer. There's some other events in between, but I think obviously I didn't really do much of it for video wise. I did play, like for example, I can't remember the name now. But like the new experienceable game type, I played it. It was one of those that I think you can see what they're going for. I mean, I didn't have much issues with it. I just had to eventually understand it more and get a feel of it. But overall, I just didn't play it long enough, and I just kind of gave up. Not gave up. I did do the hardest difficulty in beating it. I just kind of stopped after that. Because I'm not streaming. I just kind of didn't really care too much to continue on.
Can you do it?
Okay. Nothing too crazy.
clean up the battlefield. Okay, then we're done here.
I'm trying to think if there's much more to note. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, and there's probably some things to think about and be like, oh, I want to talk about this. But I'm probably just gonna try to focus a lot more on the gameplay here. Or at least try to, anyway. But going back to what I was saying, Techno's now playable. Again, the dwarf lady that was in the Rainbow Six Siege collab is now a playable operator. I'm gonna be brutally honest, I didn't really care too much. Also, this would be a good event to have like a character to slow down.
Gather around me, guys! I come from the depths of the ocean.
Oh yeah, so there's gonna be some type of mechanic here that's gonna force them to be smart. Lucky life then. Altering after losing the third for a few seconds of taking apart, movement speed increases taking damage. First time sometimes carries a sailor. So Cruise Alter is gonna be really good in this one. Gotcha. But I'm kind of afraid of the fact that it said the movement speed increases, which sounds kind of stupid. Okay, that's actually really stupid. Holy shit. Okay, that's actually genuinely insane. Like, what? Dogs 2.0? I'll put you up here. Yeah, so Cruise Alter sounds to be really good. No, I don't want to stop. Continue going. I talked way too much, but there's a lot of things I want to talk about or mention. Okay. He survived through all of that. Okay. Now, I probably should just switch over to that, because I don't know how things are gonna go. Yeah, how are they gonna introduce that enemy type in the future?
No need to clean up the battlefield. Okay, then we're done here.
Also, I guess there's a lot of the mechanics you can silence, because I don't remember seeing that effect with Law. I don't know if Lawplan did affect that. I mean, she would have, yes, so it's probably silenceable. When they reunited, one was responsible for the fate of the entire fleet, while the other had been told they had to press for 3 days of blah 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 Sufin Goron. We're gonna probably take out Blue Poison and then go with Cruise.
Hi everyone, I'm here to sample.
But yeah. Skip, please. Thank you. We'll probably focus more stages
This will
during
be
the
a
weekend.
path paved with sacrifice. 戦術支援システムオンライン。We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I was expecting.
治療目標
Are you fucking serious?
Solid positioning.
We're counting on
Okay,
you
that
again
thing
today,
actually
little
does
apple.
way too much damage.
どんな苦境でもみんなと一緒に
Granted, I'm trying to be cheeky here.
You'll have to try harder than that.
どんな苦境でも
Are you
みんなと
fucking
一緒に立
serious?
ち向かうから
Soften Shaker attacks deal physical splash damage to all your nearby units. Uses the effects of Soft Light and gains increased movement speed when in slow fly.
呼吸を整
I
え
thought this was gonna be easy, but holy fucking shit! What kind of steroids have they been giving to those barrel dudes?
They shall pay for this. They must pay.
I need to check their enemy info, because that was like a mechanic that didn't really seem to be much issue. Yeah, that's silenceable. So, thanks game for not working properly. Which is not really the case. I think it's more or less the fact that she didn't have time to actually do silence. Because the enemy, like, she didn't have the time to be able to actually hit the enemy before the enemy was just like, speeding through the fucking aisle.
We're heading out. Remember, mind your cover.
敵の身分には興味がありませんが。
I have to get serious now.
Also, I didn't see if that enemy type can, sync or not.
わかりました。You'll have to try.
Gather around, guys. みんな戦いに集中して。治療は私がやり。どんな苦境でも
I'll put you
みん
there.
なと一緒に立ち向かうから。
位置につきました。一気脈来製法。循環放煙参加。
治療法を見つけた。
Oh, now he's gonna be able to.
Go ahead.
I didn't think, take that into consideration.
I will stand guard here.
治療法を見つけた。
Drew's altar for the win.
Life 来訪の本質は己が内面と大地を一体化するところにある。
Use Drew, use your skill. My bad.
But not now.
Okay, so it probably doesn't sync. Unlike the poor saps.
Oh, is it? Here I am.
Yeah, we'll just kill this dude. Okay, so interesting. I can't say much. We'll stop here for today,
Clear.
but we will
All
continue
targets
on.
down.
Nothing much else to say. Really, I just don't have much else to say. So we'll continue on from the first week here. I don't really plan on going and trying to go for thorns. Also, I completely forgot about number 7. Holy shit! I completely forgot about this. Oh wait, we already did it. I'm being stupid. Did I do it? Did I just get into this? Like, okay, I have been doing some of the content off stream, but that's what I thought. Because we've had this before. That's why I have the medal. But okay. Okay. I understand now. So there is a new event, and then there is a rehash. Okay. Interesting. 40 days. Oh, right, because they added in the ability to redo stages easily, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop here because there's a lot I just need to look into that. But I am going to. Oh fuck! I guess I just remembered. I only did the stages once for the last SSS, and I just completely forgot about the rest because I just don't really care. Because the rewards are pointless. After you have enough rewards, you just need data blocks.
Here's a carnival
So
costume.
yeah,
Put it on.
that's why I didn't really touch. So I am going to end it off here. I will continue. I'll probably do it the next day, but I'll probably continue, upload the videos normal without editing. And we'll get through the first week. Can't guarantee the second week, but that's the plan. And hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to stream again and do a lot more. Until then, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace. Plus, also, I'm gonna say this right now, there's probably gonna be a lot more to talk about. Maybe some lanes I forgot that I want to talk about. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. I'll just let you guys go. If I can actually end the video. Thank you. Peace.